Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambeau channel. While obviously, arguably, I'd say, the most important litigation in the world of crypto right now is between the SEC and Ripple. But there could be, it could be litigation or regulation passed that would have fallout on a much more substantial level than anything that could happen with XRP, even if things go horrendously wrong. Check out this headline from the Daily Hodl. New U.S. legislation would be massive setback for stablecoins if passed, says Dragonfly Capital Partner. And in this piece, they talk about potentially Tether, stablecoin Tether, being regulated out of existence. Now, Tether's always been interesting to me, and I've actually never used it myself. I'm sure many of you listening have. To me, it's a scary proposition, and part of the beef that I have with it, and I think it's a legit complaint, and there's been claims against Tether. I'm not making claims. I'm just aware of them. It's just this idea of Tether not being backed on a one-to-one basis with the United States dollar. That seems pretty damn clear. They're just printing up Tether, and then it's used to purchase other stuff. And then there are allegations that as a result, that's what's propping up the price of Bitcoin and every other coin on the planet, every altcoin, including XRP in a general sense historically anyway, has followed the price action of Bitcoin. And so what would that mean? Potentially, some would say, catastrophe. And so I don't know if it's going to end that way, but it's definitely something to at least be aware of. And take a look at this headline too. And this is exactly why anybody, even if you're not a fan of Ripple and not a fan of XRP, you maybe should be rooting for them to win their case against the SEC. Take a look at this headline. Analyst who called Coinbase XRP to listing says SEC is investigating other altcoins. So, if things don't go well for Ripple, in a general sense, in particular, the main thing being, because I suspect Ripple's going to have to pay fines, this or that, but the main thing being XRP being declared not a security, if that doesn't happen, whole asset class is going to be in a world of trouble. Like, I don't even understand how Ethereum, for example, would not be a security. Like, it would just be, and I don't think Ethereum's a security. I'm just saying it would be a crazy time. And so especially the Bitcoin maxi trolls, like, damn guys, you don't know what you're rooting against. It's not going to be good for this freaking asset class, though. I'm just saying. But let's go ahead and back to this first piece now. Dragonfly Capital Managing Partner Hasib Qureshi says a proposal floating through the U.S. House of Representatives would deal a huge blow to stablecoins. In a recent blog post, the cross-border crypto asset investment firm executive says the proposed stablecoin tethering and bank licensing enforcement, STABLE, Act would be a big step back for the emerging sector of the crypto market. And here's a quote. If adopted, the STABLE Act would force stablecoin reserves to be regulated like bank deposits. This would be a massive setback to stablecoins, which serve as the de facto money of the crypto ecosystem today. And then the piece continues. U.S. Representatives Jesus Garcia, Rashida Tlaib, which is how you say that, and Stephen Lynch introduced the act earlier this month. If passed, the Stable Act would require any stablecoin issuer to obtain a banking charter and adhere to applicable banking regulations. In addition, companies would have to inform and get approval from the Federal Reserve and Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, which is FDIC for short, of course, and obtain insurance from the FDIC at the Fed that the firm's issued stablecoins can be converted to US dollars. And so Qureshi points out that the largest stablecoin by market cap is Tether, USDT, is not fully backed by dollars, yet its supply continues to grow over time. He also notes that USDT is already being investigated by the U.S. Justice Department, the New York Attorney General, and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. And so this is where the fear comes in, because if this thing goes away and the price was artificially propped up from it, everything's going to have a real bad time. And so I'm not predicting that will happen, but it's something that's on the radar, and I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility. And so the more Tether supply grows, the more likely that it would be regulated out of existence, emphasizes Qureshi. And here's a quote. Make no mistake, the day that Tether gets taken down will be apocalyptic. Crypto markets will seize, exchanges will be thrown into disarray, millions of crypto traders will likely have their assets frozen, and prices everywhere will plummet. it will be pronounced yet another death for Bitcoin. And look, I don't think it would be the death of Bitcoin or the crypto asset class. I do think in the short term it would result in tremendous messiness and lots of losses. I do believe that would be the case. Now, for somebody that's super long term, like me, I have a really long time horizon. I just weather the storm because it would bounce. I do believe, I don't know how long it would take, but I just believe it would bounce back. I don't think the asset class is going away. It's the same concept of investing long term in stocks. Like for me, investing in, just pick an index fund. You can talk about the S&P 500, just talk about the American economy. Like, do you think the American economy is just going to go away? To me, the answer is going to be no. I don't think it is. And so investing in companies that are the backbone of the economy doesn't sound like a horrendous thing long term. And so even when there are market corrections, if you just have a really long time horizon, it doesn't matter. And so with crypto, I actually do have a very long time horizon. And so that's where I'm coming from with this. Now, while Dragonfly Capital's managing partner has a bleak outlook on the future of stablecoins due to the potential regulatory backdrop, Qureshi says the crypto industry will continue to thrive. My position exactly. Here's a quote. But as it always does, crypto will eventually recover. And when the dust settles, we'll enter the third stage of crypto money. Order books will reconstitute themselves around a new crypto dollar. International crypto markets will quickly acknowledge this new standard, eager to get back to business. I believe that too. I don't know how long that the train wreck will last, the end of the world apocalyptic stuff, but it's not going to be fun. But I'm going to be there for it. At least I plan to be. I'm not. If it happens, who knows? Oh gosh, what if it happens during this market cycle? I'll just be holy freaking hell! Like this, in conjunction with this stupid BS litigation against Ripple. Oh my god! No, thank you, sir. But take a look at this. Analysts who called Coinbase XRP to listing says SEC is investigating other altcoins. And so again, if this does not go well for Ripple, a lot of altcoins going to have a bad time in the United States. But I do believe, again, I firmly believe XRP is on the right side of history. And so I stand firm with that position. And I have not changed, I have not affected, I haven't sold a damn XRP. I just haven't. And I'm not going to. Now, the news that the United States Securities and Exchange Commission had issued a lawsuit to XRP token parent company Ripple. Now, see, that's the type of crap you get from newsbtc.com. XRP is a decentralized cryptocurrency and does not have a parent company, but they love to write it as if they are. So either they're stupid or they're being disingenuous. I don't know what it is. Maybe that's too harsh. Maybe they'd be ignorant or disingenuous. There you go. That's me being a little bit nicer to them. But anyway, obviously that sent shockwaves throughout the crypto industry as they cite there. But its domino effect is only just starting. According to the analyst who ahead of time called the recent Coinbase delisting that sent XRP teetering possibly past the point of no return. That's just drama. Don't let that emotionally respond to that. It's just news BTC being dramatic because they're a bunch of Bitcoin maxis. But anyway, the analyst warns that the SEC is sniffing around a number of projects and companies throughout the crypto industry. What could be coming next for the emerging asset class that is suddenly facing its most stringent regulatory scrutiny yet? And then they have this little subheading. Regulatory ripple effect is just beginning for crypto companies and altcoin projects. And look, and I do acknowledge, by the way, just to be clear, that there is increased risk. So it's very risky to invest in crypto, including XRP. And because of this, I acknowledge it's more risky, but I'm just saying that for me, it doesn't change my conviction. But look, I'm not offering financial advice. Don't buy or sell because of me. I just happy to share my everyday Joe Schmo opinion, but I'm the same as you. I'm just a regular dude. I happen to be running a YouTube channel. I'm just some guy on the internet though. And I don't have a financial background. So just want to be super duper clear about that. You do whatever you want to do. But anyway, the SEC has slapped Ripple with a lawsuit alleging the XRP token it sold to investors is actually an unregistered security. The implications of XRP being deemed an unregistered security forced the hands of popular crypto exchanges who had to delist the asset in haste. Now, you know what's interesting about this? And I've known this for some time, and I'll do my best to articulate it given that I don't have any sort of law background, but I keep hearing it over and over again. From all sorts of different sources. It's this idea that even if XRP isn't a security, selling an asset, even if it's not a security, with the promise of a appreciation or implied promise of appreciation of that asset, that can be a violation, a securities violation, even if the asset itself is not a security, which is an interesting concept, which is why I've said that it's certainly very possible that if Ripple is found guilty of that they could end up having to pay a fine, but it wouldn't necessarily mean that XRP is a security. But I'll tell you, a non-starter would be, if part of, even if they tried to settle, a non-starter would be XRP can no longer be sold by Ripple. Like that would not be good for the business model. I can't imagine that Ripple would ever agree to something like that, and they shouldn't have to because XRP isn't a security. So there's got to be a way to resolve this, but I don't know exactly what it's going to look like. It's going to be an interesting ride, though, so I'm looking forward to reporting on that. Anyway, piece continues. Just as fast as the ripple effect spread across exchanges announcing the coming delisting, investors scrambled to cash out their XRP coins and drove, sending the price down to bear market lows. It took mere days to reach a low that previously took more than a full year of downtrending price action to get to. The forceful negative momentum is nearly pushing XRP out of a pitchfork channel that it spent its entire existence trading inside. A close outside of it would take the token back to only pennies per coin. And so again, look, I'm not going to make a price prediction or anything like this. I just want to make clear, and so buy or sell, whatever you want to do, I don't care. News BTC, they have a history of making things sound like the end of the world. And so to me, ultimately, as long as things go the way that I think and hope they will, whatever happens in the short term, I suspect isn't really going to matter anyway. So that's why I'm just playing the long game. And if I'm wrong, fine. Maybe I lose everything. I'll always acknowledge that, but I don't think I'm wrong. And so that's I placed my wager, if you will, and I stand firm, and that's that. But anyway, the piece continues. At this point, the lasting negative impact on XRP could make it a lost cause, but what is more frightening is what the SEC has planned for the rest of the market. And to be clear, XRP is not going away no matter what happens. I don't know what it would mean for price action, especially if Ripple were, not able to operate in the United States and make corridors with the United States because of something like this. But even so, XRP is a decentralized cryptocurrency. It's going to be traded on the market, and the rest of the world disagrees with the SEC stance of XRP being a security. There in certain major countries, actually, there is sufficient regulatory clarity, and XRP is not going away there. And that's where most of the volume is. And so even if something horrendous happened here, fine, exit the United States and let the rest of the world get the utility that the United States has deemed not financially feasible because of this business model and the ruling. Like, fine, whatever. It's stupid, but it doesn't necessarily mean that everything's going to go away. And again, I don't know how this is all going to pan out. I'm just sharing with you some of the angles that I've been considering here. But then the subheading here, analyst who predicted Coinbase XRP delisting expects more from SEC against cryptocurrency companies. While the rest of the cryptocurrency industry has mostly sat, watched, ate popcorn, and pointed a finger to laugh at the Ripple situation with a told you so mentality, participants are failing to realize the potential domino effect this could have. The SEC took more than 6 years to make such a judgment on XRP and did so at a time when Bitcoin and crypto are more bullish than ever. Coincidence? Conspiracy theory? Who knows, but the timing is suspect. With crypto back in the limelight, the dollar is dying, and Bitcoin emerging as a most pandemic resilient asset in finance. Could the SEC be attempting to take the momentum out from under Bitcoin by targeting companies and projects it has a chance at controlling? Protecting retail investors wasn't the motivation here, as those who bought Ripple, when instructed by CNBC in 2018, were the ones hurt most by this sudden regulatory overreach by the SEC. So what exactly was the motivation? Yeah, and I've pointed that out too many times. I don't feel protected by the SEC. I feel like I'm under attack, and like I'm just a speculator, right? This is awful. It's just absurd to me on its face. Anyway, analyst Andy Cochran also claims the SEC isn't done yet and is far more active than we thought in sniffing around a number of projects and companies. Cochran stopped short of revealing any details further, claiming to be confirming facts and sources before breaking the scoop to the masses. Speculation immediately looked toward the titans of the industry, such as Tether. And while there's another demonized token the crypto market is probably better off without, its sudden destruction would no doubt be catastrophic for Bitcoin and the entire industry. Let's hope that's not where the SEC turns their sniffy necks. And so you can see they let the cat out of the bag. They're just anti-Ripple, anti-XRP, but they still can have interesting stories from time to time. I just have to correct them. And then when I'm finished with them, I just put them in my wood chipper right where they belong. So there we go. Well, look, it's like, so fine. They really want Ripple and XRP to go away, but then they're like, oh, wait, what's that mean for everything else that I like? Yeah, it's going to be in trouble is the answer. It's just, I have trouble envisioning a future. Like, could it come to pass the United States could truly be so anti-crypto that major cryptocurrencies are allowed everywhere else on the planet, but not here? That's not a future that I want to live in. I'm just, that's why for me, I'm just going to stay strong in my conviction, because I believe what I believe, and hope that Ripple being on the right side of history, the way that things pan out in court, bear that out, basically. So it's going to be, I guess, for many, a scary ride, but you don't have to do it alone. I'll tell you what, at least I keep saying this, and I think it's important to just get the message out. I'm not going anywhere, at least, so you can always come hang out with me if nobody else. I'm not going to shut this damn channel down unless people decide they don't want to watch anymore. So please keep watching, because I really do love running this channel and engaging with the XRP community. So, like, I mean, yeah, it's a scary situation, but it's not going to do anything to shake me out of my position and my convictions. It's just not going to happen. Like, a period. My hands could not be stronger in this period. That's just where I stand. And if I'm wrong, fine, maybe I lose everything, but I don't think I am. So just going to patiently bear this out and see what the hell happens here. But that's why I always say to anybody that's laughing about this happening to Ripple, first of all, history is probably going to make it so that you look like a buffoon, because I think that this is probably going to go well ultimately. But on top of that, holy hell, can you not just be an adult and understand the greater implications of what's really at stake here? It's not just XRP, it's not just Ripple, and that's major, but geez, you're talking about the entire asset class in the United States, the future of it. And so I'll wrap it up there, though. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.